Okay, as part of my, I guess you could call it, ongoing series of Day into Night, this is an exploration of Pub Street in the day and at night. Now, I've only been on Pub Street about twice, and that was with my wife and the family and stuff. I got a pretty good feel of what it's like though. But today, like I said, we're going to walk it at about 3 o'clock in the afternoon, and then we're going to come back tonight. We're going to check it out, see what it's like. All right, let's do it. I actually remember this bar from the last time I was here, but it's changed, and it looks like it's probably changed hands. To be honest, last time I was here it was a little bit seedier. Now this looks like a lounge bar, but you know, I'm playing fast and loose with the term. Now it doesn't look seedier. We've got restaurants, more restaurants than say on Soi Cowboy in Bangkok. It looks more loungy, if that makes sense. A lot more like open bars and restaurants on this street. I know that when we walk up here, we're going to come to like the four-way, and then Pub Street kind of, it's got like an intersection. Now, if memory serves me correctly, they're going to block off this street at night, so there will be no traffic. Oh man, I might get this tonight. A free beer and a water to go with it. Hello. That'll probably be packed tonight, but that's something I can definitely do by myself. Kind of got the old heads hanging out. Beers. Okay, so this is the crossroads, and if memory serves me correctly, this is blocked off in some way, shape, or form. But we're just going to go straight from here, and then I'll probably come back around. Hello, my friend.
How are you tomorrow?
Good. I'm good. Thank you.
Where did you go now?
I'm just walking, filming.
Okay.
Oh, look at this. VW Bug. Man, fully stock. Looks like a 67, 69.
That way.
Okay, once again, it looks like a quick walk, but this place looks about twice as big as Soi Cowboy. So, looks like they're going to put that sign up tonight. We know what a pool joint attracts. A nudge is as good as a wink to a blind bat, I'll tell you that. 22nd year in business. That's amazing for this country. Okay. And then so we basically walked from that end to this end. You can see down there that I really haven't walked very far. I think I'm going to give this 200 meters or 50 meters longer than Soi Cowboy. All right, let's see what it turns into tonight. Now, keep in mind, it's still low season here in Cambodia. High season won't pick up until around November, and it gets into full swing by the end of November until about April or May, June. So at that. We're here selling stuff. Yeah, that's cool. Now she's in university. That's their art. Now what do you do, young lady? You're a student. Good stuff. All right. All right. Making friends all over the world. So, I just learned that Soi Cowboy means cheer. Soi Cowboy! Soi Cowboy! Soi Cowboy! Yeah! You can never have enough friends, or colleagues, or acquaintances, or people you know in passing. Authentic? Authentic, come here? Authentic, come here? No? That's what you gotta do. You gotta sell it. You gotta really sell it. You gotta get out here. You gotta get out of your comfort zone. And you just have to stand there and say, would you like to look at my person? I have some beautiful person. You gotta do it. You gotta get out of here. You can't just sit there. Everybody sitting there is not successful. Everybody getting up is successful. That's what you gotta do. Yes, you gotta get up, you gotta sell it. That's what people expect. What's this? What? Here we go. What will you girlfriend? Yeah! So, after spending some quality time with these young ladies and having a great conversation with them, I decided to head back home. I'm really rooting for these young ladies. The chips are stacked against them, which I'll talk about in a minute, but I think they have a great potential and it would be lovely to see them again. So I've seen Pub Street develop over the years, and believe it or not, it's a family-friendly late-night environment. But to give you some context, Pub Street sits against the backdrop of a country that less than 30 years ago, it saw the end of 30 years of war and one of the worst genocides of the last century. And that's saying something. Now, Pub Street doesn't have any obvious go-go bars or strip clubs that I could see, which is a bit of a change from several years ago. But when I was walking down the street, about every 20 or 30 yards, a guy would ask me if I wanted a girl. They'd come up to me and they'd say, "Hey, you want a lady? Hey, you want a girl?" And I'd be like, "So what's the deal?" They say, "Yeah, you just come with us in this tuk-tuk and we take you to the real Pub Street. We take you to where you can find a nice girl." And I'm like, man, this sounds sort of nefarious. Besides the fact that I wasn't interested. Let me put that out there. But it sounded nefarious. I'm like, this is kind of seedy to me. Like, what is the situation with working girls and where do they stack up in society, especially in Cambodian society? And so this got me to looking into this, and why did it seem that this is going to sound ironic, but it seems seedy as compared to the fun-loving attitudes that you find on Soi Cowboy or in Pattaya, Thailand? You know, as Patrick Wynn said on the Global Post, most sex workers in Cambodia are trapped in a shattered economy where alternative options include backbreaking toil in the field or stitching jeans for export to America. If you're a woman coming from the countryside and you haven't had a lot of education, your options are just simply limited. You can stay in the countryside and work the rice fields, or end up working in the garment factories, which have terrible working conditions and low pay to begin with. Or you can do domestic work. The reason they've ended up in the bars or with pimps often is because it's simply more lucrative. Now, it is a fact that Cambodia has a child sex tourism problem. Some children are sold by their parents, others are lured by what they think are legitimate job offers like waitressing. Pimps are reported to imprison young children who are virgins, not putting them to work until they have been presented to a series of bidders such as high-ranking military officers, politicians, businessmen, or foreign tourists. Young girls working in brothels are, in effect, sex slaves. They receive no money, only food, and there are armed guards to stop them from running away. This is a far cry from places like Vietnam or Thailand. Despite the social stigma cast on prostitutes, paying for sex is very common among men in Cambodia. While Khmer culture demands female virginity, it links masculinity to sexual activity, and as a result, prostitutes are the object of most young men's sexual encounters throughout their youth and early childhood. You know, CNN did a story a while back, and they pointed out that sex tourists tend to hail from affluent countries including the West, South Korea, Japan, and a lot from China. But research suggests that Cambodian men remain the main exploiters of child prostitutes in their country. For example, CNN did this story of when a poor family in Cambodia fell afoul of loan sharks. The mother asked her youngest daughter to take a job, but not just any job. The girl, Q, was taken to a hospital and examined by a doctor, who issued her a certificate of virginity. She was then delivered to a hotel where a man raped her for 2 days. The family's debt was paid, and Q was 12 years old. Because prostitution is illegal and prostitutes are not held in any sort of regard in Cambodia, for example, during an unsighted poll, about 80% of Cambodians think that the gang rape of a prostitute is not a crime. So you can also see how Cambodia has one of the highest HIV rates in Asia. In Thailand, for example, there are programs to facilitate the health of sex workers, and they are seen as independent contractors plying a trade. It feels a far cry from Siem Reap, and I can only talk about Siem Reap. People may have their own thoughts on what I've said here, and if that's the case, I'm happy to have a civil dialogue. And on that note, I hope you get something out of our videos. And if you do, we'll see you next time.